battle over a controversial statue of a former Confederate soldier took a new turn today.
In 2020, the statue of John B. Castleman was removed from the Cherokee Triangle at the height of the protests amid controversy over Castleman's connection to the Confederacy. Castleman joined the Confederate Army as a teenager, but he later then moved to the U.S. Army and became known as the father of Louisville's park system. The group Friends of Louisville Public Art filed a lawsuit and motions to replace the statue. And despite a ruling from the Kentucky Supreme Court that the state's removal was improper, its fate is still up in the air tonight. Grace McKenna has more on the new stance we learned today from a news conference by the Friends of Louisville Public Art.
As the group continues to fight for the statue's return in court, they say they've come up with this idea for an additional memorial as a compromise.
A battle over one monument, breeding calls for another.
We need to honor those black leaders who struggled against the Jim Crow era. This memorial is long overdue.
Friends of Louisville Public Art, the group fighting to put back the controversial John B. Castleman statue, is now asking the city for a new memorial to black city leaders who protested park segregation and who they say supported Castleman.
They did not judge him for how a 19-year-old spent a mere 2 years of his life.
The statue was vandalized and criticized because Castleman fought for the Confederacy during the Civil War. But historian Martina Kunicki argues the father of the Louisville park system supported its integration. Reading from a July 4th, 1924 letter from black leaders she says critics have ignored.
They either knew nothing about the black leaders that I just mentioned to you, or they simply just didn't respect who they were, what they represented, and what they said.
Fulpa says the proposal would be a reconciliation, but it doesn't mean the group is okay with Castleman staying off this pedestal.
No, we would have the statue back as well, along with those who worked with Castleman.
In a statement, a spokesperson for the mayor's office wrote Louisville Metro government has no plans to place the Castleman statue back in its original location, nor any interest in doing so. Going on to say later this month, they will participate in a community facility review before the Landmarks and Planning Commissions. Meanwhile, Fulpa said it's still waiting on a court decision on whether or not to reinstall the statue.
Let's end the courts and the lawsuits and all of that, and let's do the right thing.
The group says a decision on some of their further court motions is expected in the next couple of weeks. In Louisville, Grace McKenna, WHAS 11 on your side.
The Friends of Louisville Public Art Group wants the city to pay for the proposed new memorial.